Hi, good evening, all. So, let us see others will join. And coming to today's class. So, is there any doubts in creating a Windows VM and installing IIS server? Is that all good? Shall we go with installing HTTP server on the Linux machine? Yeah, Teja. Mm, నేను మీ వాట్సాప్ నుంచి నాకేం కనపడడం నాకేం రాలే ఇప్పుడు వచ్చింది. ఓకే. తేజ పాస్వర్డ్ మీరు పేస్ట్ చేస్తారా? మీ స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేయండి. అలా నేను ఎలా చెప్పగలను అబ్బా? అలా చెప్పలేం కదా. అది ఏం జరుగుతుందో చూస్తేనే కదా చెప్పగలం. మ్మ్. మీరు ఆల్రెడీ మీ మీరు ఆల్రెడీ మీరు ఆల్రెడీ మీరు మీరు ల్యాప్టాప్ నుంచి లాగిన్ అయి ఉన్నారా, మొబైల్ నుంచి లాగిన్ అయి ఉన్నారా? మీ ల్యాప్టాప్లో ఉంటుంది కదా, జస్ట్ షేర్ చేయండి మీ స్క్రీన్. నో వరీస్ అట్ ఆల్. సో మీరు జస్ట్ మీ షేర్ యువర్ స్క్రీన్, ఐ కెన్ సీ దట్. ఆల్రెడీ మీ గూగుల్ అకౌంట్లో ఉంటుంది. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యాడ్ నాట్ డిలీటెడ్ ఇట్, మీరు డిలీట్ చేయకుండా ఉంటే మీ గూగుల్ అకౌంట్లో ఉంటుంది. ఓ, మళ్ళీ డిలీట్ చేసేసారా మీరు? Okay, no worries at all. So you can try that. You keep the password safe. Once you have generated the password, keep that safe. Okay. So unless మీరు మళ్ళీ మీ ఓఎస్లోకి లాగిన్ అయ్యి మీరు కొత్త పాస్వర్డ్ క్రియేట్ చేసేదాకా యూ హ్యావ్ టు కీప్ యువర్ ఓల్డ్ పాస్వర్డ్ సేఫ్. ఓకే. So there is a doubt from Yeshi. I am waiting for her. Where is she? Still she has not joined. Yep. Yeah, hi Yeshu. Please share your screen. Please share your. Yeah. Yeshu, can you share your screen? Ah, no worries. Okay. Use the same laptop. Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, we will log into Google Cloud. So, where is this Google Cloud? You can say console.google.com. We will be logging to this project. Now, let us see what you have, what we can do. So, click on this, go to Compute Engines, go to Compute Engines. Make sure that you will be deleting all your instances once you have used them. Okay. So click on create instances. Now we want to create a HTTPD server. So for that I want to create a Linux server. Yes, you can interrupt me at any time. No worries. Yeah, hi. Yeah, good. Yes, you can go ahead. You have turned off you have shut down your machine. For that, you need to go click on these three dots. Click on that three dots. There you have start and resume. Click on it. Click on it. Start. Refresh. Click on refresh. You have created another server, right? Don't create too many servers. Don't create too many servers. So if you create too many servers, then you will be in, you may get a problem. Okay. So what you need to do is keep only one server because we are using free account. So all your money will be lost, will be exhausted. Okay, fine. So then you have this one. So now you want to log into this server, right? So to log into this server, had you created the password? Had you kept that safe? Now you can go to your remote desktop, click on the start menu, click on start menu, go to remote desktop connection. Now you copy this external IP. Bring your cursor there you will be getting a copy option. Copy that and then give it in the remote desktop. Say connect. Say connect. Now give the username. Now give password. Click OK once the password is done. No. Can you share your screen? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Yes, click on yes. Click on yes. So had you installed the IIS server in this? No worries. So you can take your time and then you go through the yesterday's video and install the IIS server. So I hope you are aware of that process. Ah, all good. So you can stop sharing your screen. Let us continue with the class. Yeah. So here we have now going to create a Linux server. So Linux server. Then this Linux server, mm, don't worry about all these things, E2 machine. So for server configuration, instead of using a Debian server, instead of using a Ubuntu one, we want to change the boot disk to CentOS. CentOS. CentOS is the best server that is available in Linux. Okay. So the operating systems comes with two versions. Operating systems usually comes with two versions. Not bad. Operating systems comes with two versions. One standalone, the other one server. Okay. So operating systems like Windows 7, 8, 10, that what you see on your laptops, these are all standalone machines. They are not servers. What is difference between a server and a standalone machine? Standalone machines will act as clients. They are just clients. They are just clients. Okay. Clients in the sense you can use them for browsing the content. For example, Amazon.com. Amazon.com is a website. You can browse in that particular website for your request, for your requirements. Okay. But your machine is not capable of holding an Amazon kind web service, an Amazon kind web server. Okay. So it needs a lot of other features. So that is why you cannot install an Amazon kind software on machines like this. So for that, what you need? You need a server. Such server is, yeah. Oh, I am not sharing my screen. Very sorry. Yeah. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yep. Share. So now can you see my screen? Okay. So now can you see this operating system standalone server? Yeah. So Windows server is a server, and in Linux we have servers. Linux servers comes with various flavors like Ubuntu server. Ubuntu is also having a server version. Ubuntu is also having a server version. We have CentOS. We have CentOS. We have SUSE Linux server. We have SUSE Linux server. These are all different servers. Okay, that comes from Linux. So Linux is a open source operating system, whereas Windows is a proprietary operating system. Windows was designed and developed by Microsoft, whereas Linux is free. Various companies like Ubuntu, CentOS and SUSE Linux, they will develop their own versions. ఇక్కడ మనం చూసామంటే 7, 8, 10, 11 ఇవన్నీ వర్షన్స్. లైనక్స్లో చూసామంటే ఇవన్నీ వేరియస్ flavors. Every flavor will have their own version. Every flavor will have their own version. అంటే ఏమైంది ఇక్కడ, లైనక్స్ ఈజ్ ఏ ఫ్రీ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ విచ్ ఈజ్ taken by various organizations and they have developed their own OS. Okay, so that is what we will be having. So now in Linux, one of the best server what we can see is CentOS. So pick CentOS and then the latest CentOS we are going to pick. So just say select. Just say select. Okay. So we are not going to change anything. Just allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic. So and then just say create. Just say create. So your Linux server is going to be ready. Your Linux server is ready. Okay. So we have created a Linux server using CentOS. So now, how to connect to a Linux machine? How to connect to a Linux machine? Answer. Keep speaking. Don't keep the class dumb. Please speak back. So to connect to a Linux server, you just click on SSH. But for a Windows server, you need external IP address and RDP. For Linux machines, we can directly connect using SSH. All Linux machines in GCP are CLI. All Linux machines in Google here are CLI. And Windows machines are generally GUI. What is CLI? CLI stands for Command Line Interface. CLI stands for Command Line Interface. Whereas GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. Graphical User Interface. Okay. So now, here what you will use in Linux, we will be using terminal and pass commands. So, or I can say execute commands. I can say we are going to execute commands. So if you want to install or if you want to do any activity, everything is based on commands. Whereas when you see at a graphical user interface, yesterday we had gone through Windows Server. So how we have installed Windows Server? We have installed Windows Server graphically using pointing device, like mouse, pointing device. So pointing device is nothing but mouse. Pointing device is nothing but mouse. Okay. So that is what you will be having in an advantage in graphical user interface. We can physically see the various resources as icons. So a file you will see as an icon. A directory you can see as an icon. A software you can see as an icon. But here everything is available in command prompt, and then you will be only seeing the names as text. That's it. So here everything you will see as icons. Okay, that is the main difference between command line interface and graphical user interface. Okay, so Linux is a command line interface operating system. Windows is a graphical user interface. So example for this is Linux. Most Linux are command line interface. on GCP, on GCP. But however, if you install a Linux on your operating system, then we have GUI based Linux systems also. Okay, Windows is majorly GUI. GUI stands for graphical user interface. Okay, so now just authorize, you will be able to log into your machine. Sometimes it will take time. If it takes time, you can close this off and then you can just go for another SSH connection. No worries. Okay, so now you have entered into your Linux operating system. So now if you use your commands, you can use all your commands here, but those are not our requirement now. Now we want to install the Linux operating system. So what are the commands for installing the web server, not operating system? We want to install HTTPD web server. HTTPD web server. So how to install this? How to install this HTTPD web server? Okay. So the first step is you need to update the operating system. Update the system. How to update the system? The command for updating the Linux operating, this CentOS is yum update. So if you don't want to click next, say yes. Here you want to say lot of yes. So to avoid that, you can use optionally Y. Otherwise, you can type yes. Okay. So first update the system. So what you have to give for updating the system? Yum update. So this will not directly take. You don't have privileges. You want to be a root user. For that, sudo super user, as I told you in the last class, sudo yum update. So now it will be collecting all these things. What are all the base required things for updating? It will collect all these things. It will take some 5 to 6 minutes. It is collecting various other applications, apps, what we call them as apps. It will collect various apps for which are required for updating, and then finally it will go for update. Okay, now it is asking for the total size. These are all the required applications. It will be upgrading. So these are all, it is installing these and upgrading all these various applications that are within the operating system. It is updating Python. It is updating various other what I can say plugins, all these things. It is updating GCC. GCC stands for C compiler So what not? It is updating various things. So now it is asking for Y. Otherwise, if you give -y there itself, you need not to give Y here. Otherwise, now you have to give Y. So downloading these packages and it will update automatically. Okay. So it is upgrading all the tools. So the usual practice in Linux is whenever if you want to install a particular software on Linux, you need to know how to upgrade that operating system. First you need to upgrade the operating system, then you can install whatever software you need. So the software that we need here is web server. So that web server is HTTPD in our case. So practicing in Linux is very much important, in GCP is very much important, and it needs patience also. It needs patience also. We are almost completed 80%. It is 95 out of 128. Is my network slow? I'm not sure. Today. My network is all good. Evenings I used to get more than 50. That is all good. Usually it will not take this much time, but sometimes, but sometimes. Yeah, it is done. It is almost done. Let us get an yes from the operating system. So then we can proceed to the next. So the next command is installing the server. To install the server, the command is yum install hyphen y, as I told you, httpd. httpd. So this is the server. This is the instructions for installing the server. Okay. Meanwhile, we can create a we can go and search for a sample. Go to Google, sample server, sample website, sample static website, some sample static website. So here you can go. Go. So this here various tools that are available. So this we don't want. We want some HTML code. Website HTML code. We want some HTML code. Example HTML code, we can get it from here. Let us see. This much is not required. We need a simple one. We need a small one. Yesterday we had kept it somewhere. I had kept it somewhere that I can take. Class related stuff. Yeah, static website code. I will take the same. So here you can see complete. So the upgrade is complete. So what is the next step? We need to install the server. Yum install -y httpd. Okay. Sudo is must, because you are not a root user, so you need to give sudo. Root means administrator. In Windows, we will be having two types of users. One is administrator, the other one is normal user. In Linux, you will be having a super user and a normal user. Super user is called as root or sudo. So it is installing. So this installation is also completed. All good. So now say ls cd dot ls home cd dot go to the parent directory and say ls. Here we are having a directory called var. Here we are having a directory called var. How to move to the directory var? cd var. cd var. In this directory, if I say ls, for you to see clearly, I am just saying clear ls. In this directory, there is another directory which is called www. So cd www ls. In this directory, we have html. cd html ls. So there is nothing in this directory. Now we want to add a file in this directory. So that file is index.html usually. So now let me create index.html here. So how to create a file? Nano index.html. Nano index.html. Okay. So this file you need to create a file. So if you want to create a empty file, instead of nano, what you need to do? Touch. Touch is the command that creates empty files. Permission denied. So how to get permission here? So what is the thing that how can we get permission here? Sudo touch index.html. So ls, so you can see index.html, sudo nano index.html, index.html. So just nano is enough here then. Sudo is not required with nano. What happened to nano? Why it is saying command not found? Okay, this is not Ubuntu. Oh, sorry. So here you have to use vi. Sorry, here you have to use vi index.html. Sorry. So vi is an editor here. So you have to use vi editor here. Okay. So say insert. Yeah, you have to press I for inserting, and then you can just copy this and come here and say Control V. It will be pasted. Need not to worry. So then you can press escape colon WQ. Escape colon WQ. Option is set to override. Yep. So we want to override this. Add to override. Okay. Escape WQ. Okay, fine. So now we have that press enter command to continue. Escape Q. Escape WQ. WQ. Press enter. Shell return what's this different issues? Okay, so press enter or type command to continue. So we will be pressing how to come out. Usually nano WQ. We have to use Control C. No. WQ. Give me a second. Something is going wrong here. Press enter or type a command. Command that what I want to give is Q. Q is taking back again here. Why? WQ. Press Control C. It is again taking back here. There is an issue which I could not recognize. WQ. Press enter. WQ enter. Okay. There is an issue which is not okay. Type QA this one ls cat index.html, nothing there. So I don't want this, so I will be removing this. Sudo rm index.html ls, the file I have deleted. So I will create the file directly from VM index.html. Index.html. Here I will paste this. Escape WQ. Hey, what is that happening here?
సార్ ఇందాక మీరు విఐ అని టైప్ చేశారు సార్, విఎం అని టైప్ చేయలేదు సార్. ఇండెక్స్ అని టైప్ చేశారు సార్.
Yeah, give me a second, let me check. Yeah, VI is the editor, but VIM is the another kind of editor. So type a command QA WQA. Give me a second, there is an issue which I don't know also. Escape, say WQ, this should, and press and Q. No. Escape WQ. Insert, come down. What's the issue with this? Actually, this cannot be an issue in creating a file. This has to be taken as it was. Press enter or type command not found. So press type or enter type command, Control C. ls, nothing there. So VIM index.html. This is too much. There is an alternate. I can upload a file from here location. That is also there. That is also possible. But I have to use this. Type Q. Escape QA slash. Give me a second. Let me find the reason why VIM is not taking WQ command in CentOS. Okay. Let me try with sudo VIM index.html. Index.html. Then control V, escape, WQ. Yep, all good. So that's the issue. Cat index.html. Index.html. You always can see this now. So now we need to do as a root. That is the only thing. So you remember this command. You have to use this sudo vim index.html and paste your code. And once this is done, if you go to your if you go to your console VM instances, if you click this, you have to see this HTTPD server. You have to see this HTTPD server. But only thing is we have not started the HTTP server here. So go here. We have not yet service HTTPD start password. Oh, we didn't set any password for this. Okay, so then what shall we do is Control C. Then we will start it as sudo. We will start it as sudo. Sudo start the service. Service started. So now get back to this and just refresh this. You should be able to see this. Usually it will take some time, even though the server is on. HTTP service is on. Copy this, paste it here. Yep. So this is what we have created, a simple server here. So don't worry. The difficulty here is you need to add sudo everywhere. Sudo, and later sudo vim and then index.html, where you should create this index.html. So index.html should be created, move cd /cd . Then you have to move to a location. So what is that location? Where is this? Yeah, PWD. You can say PWD. So this is the location. So you have to move to this location. After moving to this location, you need to create your index.html. Here you have to paste this index.html file. So you have to copy this index.html file to this location. You have to copy this. copy this code. Copy this code. So once you copy this code, so this is the code. To represent this as code, I am putting it as in. Copy this code. Once the code is ready, what you need to do here is sudo service httpd start. httpd start. So after this, once you have started the service, copy the external IP, paste this to a browser, and can view this website. You can view this website. So if you can try this on the chat, everyone can see this website. Everyone can see this website. Okay. So the installation is difficult, but if you will get it only through practice. Remember, you should be a root user on CentOS. So to become a root user, you have to use sudo. Everywhere you have to use sudo. Okay. So if you use sudo, then you will be able to create your HTML file, create your server. Okay. So we are left with one more topic. So that is understanding the zones and regions, that we will see tomorrow. Today we have already 10 past 8. So we can do that in tomorrow's class. All good? Anything that you want to ask me? Okay. Okay. Start practicing. Okay. Thank you all.